Hello, welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Are you all well? There is 0 people watching at the minute, so that's interesting, isn't it? Or boring, depending on which way you look at it, really. So, yeah, a couple of stouts to review. We've got 3 people in now. Finally, there's some people in. I was bang on time, to be fair. I'm not normally a fan of being late. So, yeah, I'm normally try to be a bang on time. So who's in? Who's watching? Is anybody having a beverage? I know it's a Monday night. It's normally a work night, but I've got a few days off. So that's why I thought I'd do 2 big chili stouts this evening. So who's in? What are we doing? What have we got on the comments? That's not a comment, is it? Let's get rid of that one. Hide that one. But yeah, I'm still new to this whole live YouTube streaming. There's only one person watching. So who is the one person that's watching my... Oh, we're back to 3 again. So anybody drinking? Anybody having anything to drink on this Monday evening? I'm drinking at the moment the Lowenbrow off the Perfect Draft. It's almost run out, really. It's almost running out. So I thought I'd have a little one before I start the chili reviews. I thought I'd see who comes in. So yeah, it's a Monday night. Did you all have a good weekend? What have you been up to? Anyone been hammered by not being able to get any fuel? It's been a bit of an issue, isn't it, the fuel? Evening, Craig. How are you? Hey, Scott's in. How you doing? Tess is in. Let's try and catch up with some of these comments then. Hi, Tess. How are you? Good to see you in. Thank you for joining. Delighted that you're here. Craig, good evening. How are you? Hope you're well. Scott, mate, thank you very much for coming in. Scott, appreciate you coming in and having a little watch. Bourne's Beer Reviews, you're in the house as well. Evening, mate. How are you? Anybody having a beverage? Liam, how are you, Liam? Hope you're okay. Thank you for joining. Neil Doherty, how are you, mate? I'm well. I'm doing really well, actually. I've got a few days off, so I'm happy. Hence, I'm doing 2 big chili stouts on a Monday evening. They are big stouts. One of them's got Naga chili in it, so I'm really excited for that one as well. The Naga Chilli Stout. Craig H, dry today, mouth sore from trying to suck out petrol from the neighbour's car. Yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Because there isn't a problem with the fuel, and that's what's really pissing me off. There isn't a problem. The press have made it a problem, as they do. My wife's a midwife, and she had to go to work today, literally on fumes, and just managed to get in and get some fuel this evening. Otherwise, I'd have had to have taken her to work tomorrow because I've got loads of fuel in my car. And she starts silly hours early in the morning. I didn't really want to be getting up early. But yeah, if she hadn't got petrol diesel tonight, I'd have had to have taken her to work. It's just crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. And again, it's the press and people believe in the press and panic buying. It drives me fucking nuts. It really does. When there just isn't a problem. But of course, the press make it a problem. Feeling like shit, mate. Wanda's given me a lurgy. Sorry to hear that. What delightful lurgy has Wanda shared with you then, Scott? Hopefully it's not the dreaded COVID. But yeah, sorry you're feeling like shit, mate. Sorry to hear that. Bullman's Beer Reviews. Dry tonight went too hard watching the boxing on Saturdays, having a couple of dry days. Fair play to you, mate. We should all have a couple of dry days. I mean, I don't drink massive amounts every night anyway, but it's good to have a few dry days. I certainly do that. And yeah, the boxing, were you shocked by it? To be honest, I wasn't. I was saying all week, I think AJ could possibly lose. I find AJ a bit one-dimensional. Unless AJ's absolutely bossing a fight, I don't think he can react and deal with it. I think it could be a tough route back for AJ, getting back to the top of the game. But yeah, I wasn't surprised, but it's a shame when a British fighter loses. But yeah, not good news. I'm sick to death of selfish arseholes filling fucking buckets and bottles. Yeah, absolutely. And they are absolute dickheads. I saw a picture on Facebook. You know, I know things can be edited on Facebook and what have you, but he was filling up at least 8 different containers. What? It's just ridiculous. There's just no need for it. But it's the same as the bog roll shortage as well, wasn't it? Remember everyone was panic buying bog rolls, for Christ's sake. I mean, really? Literally saw people coming out of shops with trolleyfuls of bog roll. Just no need. Just buy what you need to buy normally, and there never is. And there's never a problem. Wasn't shocked. He is too defensive since the first Ruiz fight. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, he shouldn't have lost that first Ruiz fight, but he did. So, yeah, I wasn't shocked. I really wasn't surprised. What I do think is it's about time Dillian Whyte was given a shot at the titles. I don't think Dillian Whyte is going to be someone that would stay at the top for very long, but he's earned his shot. He deserves a shot, doesn't he? Does Dillian Whyte? So yeah, I wasn't shocked at all. So there's a few people that are dry. Anybody else having a beverage? Tess, are you having a drink this evening? Let's crack on. Let's crack on with one of these stouts, shall we? Because that's what you're all here for, to see some of these stouts. So as I said on my ad for this, that we've got two. We've got the Antimatter, which is a Naga Chilli Stout coming in at 8%. Nice artwork on there, don't you think? I really like that artwork. 8% Naga Chilli. Naga Chilli in a stout, what's that all about? And then we've got the Nerdbrewing. Nerdbrewing, they're out of Sweden. I think this one, the Atom, they're out of Hull, up in East Yorkshire. But yeah, this one, Nerdbrewing, they're out of Sweden. This one's quite big. It comes in at 13.4% chili stout. I'm holding it like that for a reason, because it has a nice wax smell. But I just tried to sort of have a look at undoing that cap before I came on. And it's a bit of a bitch. So I've butchered it a little bit to make my life easier doing it live rather than trying to pick it all apart whilst trying to do that live. So which one should we do first? I really don't know which one to do first. The Naga one is the one that intrigues me the most, but that's 8%. So I don't know whether to start with that one and finish with the Nerdbrewing, which is 13.4%. What do you want to see first? I'll catch up with some comments and then let me know which one you want to see first. Fury would have hammered AJ. No money in that fight now. Absolutely agree, Scott. Fury, I believe, is the best in the world. I think Fury is absolutely world class. No matter what you think about that man, he is an incredible boxer. And to come back after the journey he had with mental health and everything else, to still come back and be on top, for me, the man's a ledge. Absolute legend. And he's spoken openly about his mental health problems as well, which I think is fantastic. Yeah, I believe Fury would absolutely spank AJ. I really do. I've had one, got hold of Robbie Knox's new beers, did his West Coast IPA, absolutely cracking. So when you say you did his West Coast, did you review it, Scott? And I'll go and have a look at that one later. I love a West Coast. West Coast is my favourite. My favourite style is West Coast IPA. Have you tried Brewdog Jagged Edge? I was given a few as a present and have a few in the fridge, but not sure whether to bother with them. Brewdog hit and miss. Yeah, Brewdog are massively hit and miss. Last night, I should have done a review. I had a Brewdog beer last night, and I can't remember what it was called. It was a white chocolate and raspberry thing. Can't remember what it's called. It had a funky name. I had it in the fridge ages. Me and the wife, Rachel, we tasted it and we were absolutely disgusted with it. And Rachel was like, we so should have reviewed it. And even Rachel wanted to review it, which is unusual for Rachel to want to review a beer. But Jagged Edge, yeah, Jagged Edge. I have had it. It was a long time ago. It certainly is very, very piney and very, very bitter. I wouldn't be in a rush to go and buy it. But if you've got a few and someone's given them to you, crack on, mate. Enjoy them. Absolutely just enjoy them, mate. Paul's in the house. Evening, Paul. How are you, mate? I'm doing really well. I hope you're doing really well. It's good to see you in. Thank you very much for coming in and joining. Start with a higher ABV. Yeah. Do you know, I do actually want to start with that one. I want to save the Naga one till last because that's the one that intrigues me the most. So I am going to start with the higher one. I'd finish on the Nerd. Oh, we've got conflicting stories. Dee's in the house. My sister's in the house. How you doing, Dee? Glad you're in the house. Glad you're watching. Yeah, you would spank him. You're absolutely right. No, not drinking, Chris. 2 dry days. Good for you, Tess. Well done. David Wilson in the house. How are you? Hope you're well. Nice to have you in. Yes, mate. Binday Brewery, Pacific Nights, West Coast. It's a blinder. Yeah, I love West Coast. Anyway, let's crack on then. I'm going to go with the Nerd. I'm going to go with the 13.4% Imperial Chilli Stout. Let's get some of this wax off. Wax on, wax off. Let's crack it open. And we'll whack it in the Mad Squirrel glass. 13.4% on a Monday night, to be followed by an 8%. I do like chili stouts. I do have to confess, I do like a chili stout. I do find them quite interesting. Chili and chocolate just works anyway, doesn't it? I do enjoy a chili stout. Whether I'm going to finish all this one before I open the other one, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, there it is in the pathetically thin Mad Squirrel glass. I love Mad Squirrel Brewery, but this glass is so thin, I'm always scared it's going to break in my hand. But there it is. It's absolutely jet black, no head as you'd expect with an Imperial. Looks a bit thick. Let's see how she sniffs. Massive chocolate, huge chocolate. That is punchy chocolate, Jesus. And coffee, huge chocolate and huge amounts of coffee. There's a little hint of heat. There is a little hint of heat, just kind of tickling the old nostrils. Yeah. Smells good. It's all chocolate. It's all coffee with this little gentle bit of heat. Let's see how she tastes. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that is hot. That has got some chili heat to it. Proper thick. That is oily thick. That is like drinking engine oil. Not that I've ever drunk engine oil. Scott saying hello to David. David saying, hi, Scott. How's you and Wanda? Well, Wanda's got the lurgy and passed it on to Scott. That's got an amazing chili kick. And that's not the Naga chili one. But boy, is it thick. It is proper engine oil thick. Yep, you're right, Dee. 13.4%. Friggin' hell. Absolutely. It's a proper Imperial stout. You can really, you know that's an Imperial. You've got that massive kind of alcohol kick, and you've now got the chili kick. That is brutally. That's quite brutally. What sort of word's that? It's quite brutal, actually. Oh, it's so syrupy and oily, and that's so dominant is that oil and syrupy type feel to it. Massive chocolate, massive coffee with bonkers amounts of heat and chili. I'm not keen. I'm actually not keen on it. I'm not finishing it. I'm not finishing it on this live, that's for sure. It just, there's too much. There's just too much going on with that high alcohol and the chili. It's just too much going on. It's massive. And the way it's making my mouth feel is I actually want to drink something else to try and clear it away a little bit. The chili's good. I like the chili in it, but it's brutal. It's a brutal fucking stout. It's difficult to enjoy it. I mean, it's a slow drinker, to say the least. Slow drinker, I'll still be drinking it tomorrow. It is brutal. Still feeling shit? Yeah, we know Scott's feeling shit. Sorry to hear that, mate. Wanda almost choked to death coughing in the night. You don't need that. My wife snores, let alone coughing. Snoring's bad enough. Hey, I've had worses in the house. How you doing? Hope you're well. I'm doing well. Things are going really well for me, so I hope things are the same for you. Thank you for joining me. For those that have just joined, I'm drinking a chili stout from Nerdbrewing. It's 13.4% Imperial Stout, and it's bloody brutal. It is absolutely brutal. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to drink that. It really is. Brutally is a word for 13.4% chili chocolate drinks. You're absolutely right, Dee. It really is. It's a struggle. I'm struggling with it. I don't like it. I actually do not like it. I can't drink it. I just can't drink it. It's too much. The chili's nice, but with that 13.4%, it just makes it brutal. It's just fucking brutal. Yeah, you're absolutely right, David. I'll put your comment up. Imperials are sippers, so maybe doing an Imperial on a live is probably not the best thing in the world, is it? Because you're right, Imperials are sippers. They're not for doing on a live because I can't drink that on a live because I got to talk and I want something else. My mouth is just a mess right now. My mouth feels like when you've had a serious session and you wake up with a hangover and your mouth is just in disarray. That is what that is doing to my mouth right now. So much so, I'm just going to pour myself a little bit of Laurenbrau Oktoberfest out the PD. I've got to get rid of that. I've got to get rid of that taste. Mark Jones, you're absolutely right, mate. I am not working tomorrow. I've got a few days off, thankfully. Hence, I was doing these two on a weeknight. But yeah, I've got to get rid of the taste of that one. That one is just outrageous. It's not even pleasant. It's just not pleasant. Thomas is in the house. How are you, Thomas? Glad to see you in. Yeah, like and share. That'd be nice, people. Give it a like. I never normally say that. I don't even say it on my normal videos. Give it a like and subscribe. It's rare that I ever say that. But yeah, if you're liking it, give it a like. Why not? And if you don't like it, press the thumbs down. In fact, I had my first thumbs down the other day. I think I've done about 130, over 100, about 130 videos now on my channel. And I received my first thumbs down on one of my videos the other day. Oh, well. Such is life. David saying hi to Thomas. Very nice. And Brett's in. Evening, Brett. How are you? From Brett from Beardy Beer Reviews. Evening, Chris. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really well, mate. Having a great time. Although I wasn't having a great time with that. That I just cannot drink. It's ridiculous. I'll tell you who I'd like to give that to. I'd like to give that to, excuse me, Big Sip Beer Reviews. If you've never watched Big Sip Beer Reviews, give him a watch because he does what he calls the Big Sip Bolt, where he just downs what he's reviewing. I'd like to see him down that. It's absolutely brutal. Thomas saying hi to David. I've had worse. You'll be on the strong cheap lager next. Yeah, I need to get a few more park bench beers in and review a few of those. I definitely need to get a few more of those in. David and Laughy Faces. Where we're up to now. Windows. Thomas saying pour you one. Mark Jones not pleasant. It gives you Tourette's. Is that what I said? It certainly isn't pleasant. It does give you Tourette's. It'll probably give you the shits as well. It's so brutal. But thankfully, the Laurenbrau Oktoberfest is clearing that away. And that keg will be finished soon. And I've also got the Spaten Oktoberfest keg to go in. That's going in tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get that up for a review soon. Do you know what, David? I do want to try the dragon soups. I know I regret it, but I do want to try them. I've seen a few people review them. I think Brett from Beardy Beer Reviews, he's reviewed some. I know Ballman's definitely reviewed some. So yeah, I do want to review some dragon soups. They just look atrocious, don't they? But I think Ballman actually likes a couple of them. I'm sure he did. I know he likes the kind of Alco Pop type drink. So yeah, I definitely want to give dragon soup a go. I really do. If I see one, I'll get on it. Beardy Beer Reviews. The last chili stout I had was by Vibrant Forest called Antidote. Also, Big Sip is a legend. I had him on a live stream with me. Yeah, Big Sip is a legend. When I first started reviewing beers, when I was on really low subscriber numbers, and on the grand scheme of things, I still think I am on low numbers. I'm on 330 subs. But when I first started doing it and had very few subs, Big Sip reached out and made contact with me and kind of welcomed me to the community, as many other beer reviewers have. But yeah, he was the first. He is a decent bloke, is Big Sip. Certainly got time for Big Sip. Even Dave from Beardy. Beardy Roots, I've had worse. Yeah, we all have, haven't we? And yes, I will say hi to Arabella. I wasn't sure if Arabella would still be up. Hi, Arabella. How are you? Hope you're okay. Lovely to see you're watching me on the air, Arabella. Yeah, that's great. Well done, Arabella. Lovely to see you on here, reviewing beer and chatting to everybody. So yeah, hi, Arabella. Love you loads. Hopefully we'll catch up soon. We need to catch up soon. The cola one had an almost sour beer taste to it. Which cola one was that? Sure, Scott did a good dragon soup. He might well have done. Scott reviews all sorts as well, which is great. I'll have a look, see which dragon soup he has. Now I've read that. I think you're right. I think he has. Don't do it, even though I have a bottle of dark fruits ESQ. I've got to do the dragon soup. I've got to do it. It'd be crazy not to, wouldn't it? WKD next, mate. But watch, their fans are a little testy. Really? Are they? Have you had a few shitty comments on yours, have you? WKD, I'll give it a go. Back in the day, years ago, we're going back to my youth, I didn't mind a Smirnoff Ice, and Smirnoff Ice has been around a lot longer than people think, so I didn't mind a Smirnoff Ice. So yeah, I might have a go at WKD. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, Chris the Butcher's in. Nice to see you in, mate. Thank you very much for coming in and having a watch. I'm doing really well, mate. How are you? How are you indeed? David saying hello to Chris the Butcher. Shall I crack open this other one then? Shall I crack open this other stout? The Naga Chilli Stout. That's the one that I've really been waiting to do. Let's crack on with that one. Now that I've got rid of that nasty Nerdbrewing, I can't recommend that, people. I can't recommend it. It was absolutely horrendous. I think chili in an Imperial Stout at 13.4 is too much with the alcohol and the chili. It's just too much. Let's crack on with this one then. So this one's 8%, and this one does have Naga Chilli in it. It does say it's called Antimatter. Antimatter is composed of the antiparticles of the corresponding particles of ordinary matter. Does that mean anything to any of you guys? Is that a quote that's been around for years? Certainly not one that rings through with me. Just going to have a quick vape before I open it. Let's have a look at Brett's comment. I had 2 cans of dragon soup on a live review. Brave man. And I woke up at 5 a.m. the next morning having a panic attack. Wasn't great 2 hours later when the little lady was up. No, not good news, is it? They're quite strong, aren't they, as well, the ABV-wise on those dragon soups. So, yeah, 2 cans. And they're big cans as well, aren't they, those dragon soups? Are they 500 millers? I know they're big cans. We've been friends since childhood. And I mean childhood, probably from the age of, I don't know, toddler and up. And I'm 46, and we've been friends all that time. And in that time, we've lost contact a couple of times and got back in contact again, which is amazing. But yeah, we've been friends a long, long time. So I'm really pleased to see you in here, Pete. That's made my day that you're in. Hope you're really well. Hope Rachel's okay as well. His wife's also called Rachel, as is mine. So yeah, delighted you're in, Pete. Thank you very much. So yeah, let's crack on with the this Naga one. Keep talking about it. Let's crack on and get it open. Got it in we're going to put this one in the Vocation glass, which is a much better glass than that Mad Squirrel one. And this, as I say, is 8% ABV, and it has got Naga chili in it. Now, most of the sort of chili stouts, they never normally say what chili they've got in them. But this one makes it very clear that it's Naga chili. That was my question I was going to ask about the dragon soups, is they are caffeine as well, aren't they? They're like almost like energy drinks with alcohol in them. It's like vodka and Red Bull, isn't it, really? And I didn't mind a vodka and Red Bull in my youth. Pete's commenting again. Cheers, Pete. So let's crack on with the Naga Chilli Stout. Let's see how this one looks. Again, jet black, no head. Can't see through that. Let's see how this one sniffs. God, there's fuck all aroma on that. God, that's hard work, that aroma. That is hard work. The Dragon Soup ESQ is 15%. Shit the bed. And a 750ml bottle. It's a bottle of wine, isn't it? Lucky I'm sharing it with a fellow reviewer. Tanks World on YouTube. Check him out. I will do, mate. I will check him out. Glad you're sharing it. But back to this, there is absolutely very, very little aroma on this. A little bit of chocolate. That's about as much as I'm getting with that. Yeah, that's really, I'm disappointed in the aroma. I was hoping to get some sort of big aromas on there, but there's nothing on that. And I only do things honestly. As you know, if you follow my channel, I only do things in the honest way. But there's really little on the aroma. Disappointed on the aroma. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers. Oh. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's got a chili kick. Oh, that's really got a chili kick. It's quite thin for 8%. I was expecting a much bigger mouthfeel at 8%. Yeah. Oh boy, that is chilly. There's definitely a chili kick to that. Evening, Mike. How are you, mate? You're having a Guinness Nitro Surge. Bought the system today and it's very good indeed. Is that the new Nitro Surge, the one that you pop it on top of the can and then hold the can at a funky angle? Is it that one? But I know there's another Nitro Surge kit for Guinness as well, isn't there? But I think the latest one is the one that you bolt onto the top of the can. Is it that one that you're drinking, Mike? I've heard good things about it. Yeah, whatever happened to coffee and brandy? I agree, mate. Coffee and brandy is great. But back to this has definitely got a big chili kick to it. It's not offensive. If you don't like chili heat, you probably won't like this because it is really warm. My mouth is really, really warm. This is probably a fantastic stout in the winter in front of a fireplace. If you've got a fireplace, this is a proper winter warmer. It is good. That chili is so prominent. For 8%, like I say, I thought the mouthfeel would be a bit bigger, but it's not huge, the mouthfeel. It's got the nice chocolate flavour to it. It's got a kind of slight coffee to it, but it is predominantly chili. It is predominantly chili and chocolate, and my mouth is super warm. It's not offensive. It's not eye-watering. It's not going to make you sweat, but it's a lovely warm feeling. Lovely and warm. Really nice. I missed Paul's comment. Let's go back to Paul's comment. You've not picked up a couple of stinkers. Well, that one, Paul, that is a stinker, mate. And Nerdbrewing have got an amazing reputation, apparently. But lots of people love Nerdbrewing. Right there, my daughter's wrecking the fridge. Yeah, I've heard so many good things about Nerdbrewing, which is why I picked up that. But for me, that is a stinker. I think a 13.4% with chili in it is just too much. So that one is definitely a stinker. This one, though, Paul, the Naga, is actually really good. That's very, very drinkable and easily finishable. The Nerdbrewing one's not getting finished. Absolutely not getting finished at all. But this one's nice. I'm quite enjoying this one. Beardy's got a bunch of ales from when I was getting into real ale. Starting a little series, Ales Tales, cracking line Ales Tales. Why not, mate? I look forward to that series. I do like a good ale, traditional ales. My daughter's pointing a lemon at me for some reason. Are you wanting to know if that lemon's okay? Bring it over. Sorry, people. It's just got a few brown marks on it, Leah. Nothing wrong with that lemon. Looks like a potato on camera, doesn't it? Cut it open, Leah. That'll be fine. It's not a problem. There's no mold on it. Stop bothering me. Yeah, I look forward to that series, Brett. That sounds like a good series to me. Sub 10, how are you, Sub 10? Thanks for joining. Piston Head 6-pack reduced to £1. £1 in Home Bargains. £1 fucking quid. Emptied to shelf. Can't say I blame you, mate. I don't mind Piston Heads. I think they're a bit underwhelming. But for a quid, for £6, can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with this stout. This stout's really good. The Naga chili in this is immense. It's really well done. You get the lovely kind of chocolate, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of roastiness, and then wallop, you get this lovely warm heat in your mouth. Really, really nice. Quite enjoying it. Where did I get that from? I can't remember where I got that from. I think it was from Trembling Madness. I think I got that. I'm fairly sure it was Trembling Madness. Can't say how much it costs. I've had it a while. But yeah, I've got no idea. But yeah, if you go on Trembling Madness website, who do an amazing array of craft beers and German beers and Belgian beers, and they do a massive range of glassware as well. That's where I got it from, but I can't remember how much it cost. But it's bloody fantastic. I really like it. The 8%, not really getting because it's probably absolutely hidden by the Naga chili. Yeah, not bad for. I'm not even reading that number out, sub 10. Not even reading that number out. But yeah, you're right. You can't argue with that price, can you? Absolutely cannot argue with that. Baz is in. About time you got your backside in here, Baz. How do? I've been watching, just couldn't be asked to comment. Oh, so you have been in all the time, mate. That's good. Glad you couldn't be asked, but glad you can now be asked. How are you? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're all good. Last time I had their lager, I remember being so bland, and the flat tire tasted like rubber tires. Yeah, that flat tire, whatever it's called. I didn't rate that at all from Piston Heads. I think they almost come across as a bit gimmick-like, Piston Heads. But if you're getting 6 cans for £1, I'd definitely pick up 6 cans for £1. Wouldn't argue with that. But yeah, going back to this, that's decent. That really is a decent stout. Certainly whoops the arse off that Nerdbrewing stout. Really does. It's very drinkable, very finishable, not like the other one. But that chili heat is just, it's just nice. If you like just a bit of warmth, if you're not big into heat, but you like just a nice, gentle warming of the mouth, then this does it. And it does it really well. Bye now. Bye. Bye. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And you can tell it's a Naga. You just kind of know that that's a Naga chili. Just the heat that it gives off, you just know it's a proper chili. It's not a mild chili. Yeah, you're right there, Liam. If that isn't typical Barry, I don't know what is. It does seem like typical Baz to me. Just lingering in the background, not saying much, and then whoop, drops a comment in. Glad you're in, Baz, though. Glad you're watching. It's made my day. What's Paul saying? I think Piston Head have just been around too long without doing much. I agree with that. Used to really enjoy it when it first started appearing. Bang average. Yeah, you're right, Paul. Absolutely right. And they haven't done much, have they? They've just kind of stuck with their same old kind of range, like the tire one or whatever it's called, and a few others. They've not kind of pushed on or pushed the boundaries or whatever. They've just stayed as they are, which now makes them a bit bang average when you consider what's out there now. I watched your review earlier, Paul, of the North Brewing beer that's in Tesco's, and I've got a can of that in my fridge. Yeah, I really enjoyed your review. It does sound like an absolutely cracking beer. There's some good beers gone in Tesco's this week, or the last couple of weeks. Some really good beers gone in Tesco's. There's been some mixed kind of reviews on their triple IPA that went in. Can't remember what it was called. I really enjoyed it, and I think the reason I enjoyed it is because it drank more like a double IPA rather than a triple. But yeah, mixed reviews on that one. But yeah, there's been some good beers gone in Tesco's, and I'm looking forward to the North Brewing one. Can't remember what it was called. What was it called, Paul? I know it's in my fridge right under here, but I just can't remember what it was called. Ahoo, ahoy, ahoo, bazaar. I can do the bazaar. Not sure how to pronounce the ahoo, ahooey. No idea. How do Brett? I get that one. I can do the how do Brett. And how do F9, sir? Don't know what F9 means. F9's a key on the keyboard, isn't it? How do, sir? How do? That's Bullman's Beer Reviews catchphrase. That is how do, isn't it? Anybody else been mullered by the petrol scenario? I know I mentioned it earlier at the beginning of the video. Anyone else that's running out of fuel? Luckily, I managed to fill up, and luckily, so did the wife. But yeah, crazy situation, isn't it? The fuel situation. You having a drink, Paul? Are you drinking? Anybody else having a beverage? It seems like I'm the only one that's drinking tonight. But yeah, I can definitely recommend the Naga Chilli Stout. I definitely recommend that. Like I say, I think it was on House of Trembling Madness. Go and give them a shout. But yeah, it's really good. Chocolatey, chilly, warming. It's definitely, like I say, a sit in front of the fireplace, warmer beer. So there you go. That's my 2 reviews, and yeah, I think it's fairly obvious that which one I prefer. Nerdbrewing, just not good. Just not good. And there's so many people that rave about Nerdbrewing, but not good. That one from Atom, the Antimatter, that is really nice. 8%, 13.4%. That one wins all day long. Lovely, lovely chili flavour to it. Lovely chocolate flavour to it. Lovely mouth-warming flavour to it. Really, really good. Absolutely delightful. Where am I up to on the comments? How do I go up? How do I go up? I'm so new to these doing lives. I'm going to go on this one because that's the top one, but I'm not sure if it's the most recent. Yeah, I really enjoyed that North Brew Abstract Lens. That was it. That's what it was called, Abstract Lens. And yeah, it certainly looked like you enjoyed it, Paul. I certainly enjoyed watching the review of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having that as well. Whether I review it, I don't know, but I may well review it. Fair do, Liam. You do know me. Yeah, we all know you, Baz. It's not a problem. I'm drinking lemon and lime tonic water. Nothing wrong with lemon and lime tonic water. I like tonic water. I like tonic water just on its own, just normal, straight tonic water. I can happily drink that. Certainly like tonic water in a gin as well. We've got a lot of gin in this house, haven't we, Rachel?
Yes, dear.
Yes. Yes, dear, we have. We've got so much gin. We should probably do a gin review. We've got so much. I like gin. The wife likes gin. And we've literally got almost 30 bottles of different types of gin. Probably should review some. Had a heavy weekend, mate, so I'm going easy tonight. Okay, I can't say I blame you if you had a heavy weekend, mate. I was working over the weekend, so I certainly didn't have any over the weekend. Did you do your normal Saturday low live pub on Saturday then? Did you watch the boxing as well? I take it. I'm sure you probably did. Not surprised, AJ lost, as I said earlier. Sub 10 at this shitty piston head I'm drinking beats any Brewdog beer. That's probably not too difficult these days, is it? There's obviously everyone knows about Brewdog, but this Brewdog still has a massive bloody fan base, doesn't it? There's still a lot of people that will not say a bad word about Brewdog, and in my mind, you can't not say bad things about Brewdog because of how bad their beers have become. But they do. They have a massive faithful Brewdog. There's still so many people that absolutely rate Brewdog, and it kind of, I find it a bit strange, but it's brand loyal, isn't it? People are so loyal to certain brands, and I get it. I get it to a degree. I mean, I've had Samsung mobile phones for years, absolutely years. Always thought they were the best phones. But recently I've come away from Samsung and gone with another brand. It's not Apple. I don't like Apple phones. But it's brand loyal in that people stick with a brand and they just buy into that brand and absolutely love every part of it and feel like they're part of something. But all you're doing is giving a company money. They don't give you anything back. But yeah, Brewdog's got a massive, massive fan base, which I do find a bit strange. Baz is not drinking now, but just done a couple of vids. So you have been drinking. You've just done a couple of vids. I look forward to seeing what those vids are, Baz. Look forward to that. Yeah, the Guinness Surge I bought was the can topper. Yeah, that's one I thought it might have been. 20 quid in Tesco's and 6 cans for 12 quid. Bargain for pub quality pints. Does it deliver that pub quality feel then, does it? That's interesting. If it does. I didn't realise it was in Tesco's. I did have a look on the Guinness website yesterday or the day before, Mike. Excuse me. And it didn't list anywhere in the UK that it was available. So if it's in Tesco's, I'll have a look. If I see it, I might pick it up. I'm not overly fussed, but I'm interested to see how that works. And is it a gimmick, Mike? Is it something that you're just going to use a few times and then it goes in the cupboard like lots of other things? If it isn't, I'll be interested. Definitely be interested. How did the anniversary party go, Paul? What anniversary party was it, Paul? And how did it go? What anniversary were you celebrating? Let me know. Beardy Beer Reviews. No, Chris. Seaweed, vodka and tonic with a splash of lemon. Seaweed, vodka and tonic. Seaweed, vodka and tonic. Never heard of seaweed vodka. I'd give it a bash though. I like seaweed. Don't mind vodka every now and then. Neil, what's your go-to IPA? Oh shit, that's a tricky question. My go-to IPA. Oh, I'm not sure I've got a go-to IPA, Neil. To be honest, I'm really not. Go-to IPA. I can't answer that, Neil, to be honest. I know I have a beer subscription box every month from Lord's Brewing, and I do enjoy some of their beers in there that could potentially be a go-to because I get them every month. Although I've got a build-up of the Bandon Car Porter from them that I haven't been drinking. But I don't know, I haven't got a go-to, Neil, because I'm always looking for different things. And I think with the amazing world of craft beer and just beer in general, there's so many different things. And so I wouldn't say I've got a go-to IPA. I just don't think I have, because I'm just always looking for something else, looking for something different. And there's just so many options that it's rare that I buy the same thing. Really rare. The only beer that I will buy on a regular is Vocation Life and Death. I'd say that's probably the only beer that I buy on a regular. When I say regular, we're probably talking once a month, because I'm too busy exploring other things and buying other beers. So yeah, difficult to say that I've got a go-to IPA. Probably not a great from Pete. Probably not a great question of all you beer experts, but looking at getting a draft. My vine. What are the best out there for pour and beer choice? There's an interesting question for all those that are watching. What is the best system? Have you got a perfect draft, Pete? You haven't got a perfect draft, have you? Certainly recommend a perfect draft or the Blade, but the Blade is predominantly Heineken-based company beers. But I do like my perfect draft. I do like that a lot. Pete, I have the sub. I love the beers available for it, but the perfect draft is one I would get soon. Yeah, the sub's good, isn't it? The sub is good. The sub does do a good range of beers on the sub. The only thing with the sub is, I don't know if it's a positive or negative on the sub with the size of the kind of kegs you get. What are they, 2 litre kegs? I suppose if you don't like the beer, it's quite good that you've only got a couple of litres, but if you like it, it's gone in no time, isn't it? But I'm not averse to getting a sub myself, because they do have a good range of beers on the sub. They really do. Hey, Slurpy Dave's in. Slurp. How are you, Slurpy Dave? Hope you're doing really well. Simo's in the house as well. Didn't know you were in the house, Simo. How are you, mate? He's saying all right to Slurpy. Nice to see you in, Simo. Pete, for me, the perfect draft is a winner. A little dear, but if you can afford it, I reckon it's the best one out there. Yeah, the perfect draft is banging. It's absolutely banging. I'd recommend it to anybody. I know there's the Blade as well, which is even more expensive, but they do have bigger kegs. But generally, every keg I've had on the perfect draft has been absolutely amazing, except for Hoegaarden. I really didn't enjoy Hoegaarden on the perfect draft. I found the bottle version of Hoegaarden better than the draft, the perfect draft. But yeah, other than that, the perfect draft is cracking. I've got a new keg going in there tomorrow. And I also like that you can customize your perfect drafts, like I have done with the Marvel's wrap that's on there. So yeah, you can do what you like with those as well. Liam is saying to Pete, I've got the sub and... Oh, don't hide that comment. What are you doing? Show it. Show. Show. I won't show it. Let's try again. There we go. I've got the sub and the perfect draft and recommend both. Yeah, no harm in that. The sub for variety, absolutely right, Liam. There's an amazing variety on the sub, isn't there? You can certainly get a lot of different beers on the sub. Yeah, I'm not averse to getting a sub. If I come across one at the right price and the right time, I would. PD for best pour and lagers. Yeah, the pour on a perfect draft is amazing. And I see so many people with the perfect draft pouring heads that are about that big. I've never had that problem. I find them quite straightforward and easy to use. But yeah, definitely recommend a perfect draft, Pete. And obviously the sub. Lots of good shouts for the pub. Slurpy Dave is saying Pete beer engine and 3-6 pint for me. Need to slurp it 3 to 4 days though. Is that the 360 pint? You mean, Dave? I think it's called 360, isn't it? Or pint 360, something like that. That does look like a good system, but yeah, I can imagine you have got to get through those fairly quick. At Sleepy Dave, pubs, beer and jokes. I'm good, mate. Just about recovered from the weekend. So Sim, I had a heavy weekend as well. Does look good, that perfect draft. It is perfect. It is great. The perfect draft at Slurpy Dave. I highly recommend that. Pete saying, thanks to Simo. I will use the Guinness Surge until it breaks. I've been buying the Surge cans for £2.50 each and using the jewellery cleaner instead of the Surger unit. This new one is cheaper and better pints. Well, that's good that it's cheaper and produces better pints, isn't it, really? That's good to hear. I do know of people that have been using, like you say, a jewellery cleaner to do the surging. But yeah, the Surge cans are quite big as well, aren't they? If you buy the proper Surger cans, I think they're over 500 ml, aren't they? Don't know why I'm scratching my head. But yeah, they're big old cans, aren't they? And Sleepy Dave is correcting me. No, 36 pints pin, Chris, of course. Okay, cool. Get what you're saying. No worries. But there is a pump system in there called 360 pint or something. I'm sure there is. But yeah, I see what you're saying, Dave. But yeah, there we go. So that's both my beers reviewed. Highly recommend the Naga Chilli Stout from Atom. Is that what they're called? They're actually called Atom Brewing. They probably are. Brewed and canned at Atom Brewing. Yeah. Unit 4. Up in Hull. Highly recommend that one. If you go on Trembling Madness, fancy yourself a chili stout. That is definitely worth a go. The Nerdbrewing, who get massive good reviews, Nerdbrewing, but this one, not good. First Nerdbrewing beer, not good for me. Cannot finish that one. That's still sitting in the glass and will probably remain there forever unless I pour it away. But the Naga Chili, lovely. That lovely chili heat is really, really good. So yeah, I'm pretty much all done. Let's catch up with some comments. Yes, you're right, Chris. There is 365 beer engine, I think. Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure it's called 365 pint or something like that. Sure there is. Brad, I'm trying to click on your comment, but it's not coming up. I've got to get used to this live business. I watch Paul's beer review lives, and he gets through these comments so quick. I need to learn how to do this so quick. David also saying hi to Brad. There was a comment from Brad that I wanted to click on. There it is. Hi all, hope you're all doing well. Sorry I've missed the reviews. It's not a problem, Brad. Thank you very much for joining anyway. I am almost done, but I do appreciate you coming in and having a watch. I appreciate it a lot, actually. But so just for you, Brad, I'll do you a quick one. This one from Nerdbrewing, Imperial Stout, coming in at 13.4%. It is too much. Chili and 13.4% just seems too much in that. It was really oily, really gloopy, really syrupy, and it just didn't feel particularly pleasant in the mouth. In fact, I called it brutal. It had a really brutal mouthfeel. So yeah, Brad, avoid that one, mate. But the Atom Brewing Antimatter Naga Chilli Stout at 8%, that is really nice. Really enjoyable. Lovely warmth in the mouth. It's incredible, that chili warm in the mouth. Really, really nice. Lovely chocolate, lovely roastiness to it as well. So that's just for you, Brad. There you go, mate. Give it another sip. Maybe better warmer. Yeah, that's a fair point, David. I'll give it another sip. Here is the Nerdbrewing. I don't want to. And it has been out most of the day. So I don't know how much warmer it can get. Oh. Ugh. No, it's just dreadful. It's like drinking. Oh, no, that's rank. It's like drinking sandpaper with chili rubbed on it. Is what that Nerdbrewing one's like. But you're right, Dave. You're right, Dave. It was worth giving it another try, wasn't it? It was worth it. How can I scroll up to these comments? I know I've missed a couple. I've got to work out a bit more of this. live streaming business, so I don't miss people's comments. There was that one. We did that one, didn't we? Let's go down. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Definitely did that one. Hi, Brad, from David. Let's come down a little bit more. Oh, let's click new. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know. If I've missed some of your comments, I apologise. Oh, Pete, you've got a sub. But 2.5 pints is gone. Yeah, that's my issue with a sub. I agree with that. That is my issue with it. But I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind the sub. I'd give it a go. Jib Theo, how are you, mate? Getting the children down, a ruin to be watching from the start. Sorry to hear that, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I am well. Got any more outrageously spicy food reviews coming? I said I did a Iceland haul video the other day, weeks ago actually, and I've got loads of food reviews that I've filmed but haven't uploaded. So yeah, I have got some food reviews to upload. I've done plenty, just not uploaded them. But outrageously spicy. Do you know, Jim, I don't know if I can cope with any more outrageously spicy. That one that I did with Barry from All the Beer, No Idea, the from Spice and Easy. Oh, that, I can't remember what that chili kit was called, but fucking hell, that was incredibly hot. Absolutely outrageous. But yeah, if I do another one, I'll give you a shout. David Wilson, well, thank you, mate. Brad, nice one, Chris. No worries, mate. Phil Mitchell's in the house. Nice one. How are you, Phil? Take it you don't like that, Chris. Like drinking sandpaper with chili on it. It really was. It literally is like drinking sandpaper with chili on it. It's absolutely brutal. You're right. Funny enough, not keen. Not keen at all. That cracked me up watching that bit of you doing that Spice and Easy. Yeah, that was brutal, that Spice and Easy. I was doing quite well on that to start with. Whilst it was really hot. And then quite later on into the video or the live, I had some left in the bowl and I finished it off, and that ruined me. And it ruined, once I went off air, my stomach was in a mess for hours after doing that live chili one. Absolutely ruined me. It really did. But I've done that one, haven't I? Thank you. Done that one. No, yeah, see, I'm not used to doing these lives. I need to work out to deal with the comments better. Didn't like it, you're right, we've done that comment, haven't we? At least you gave it another go. Absolutely, give it another go. It's the right thing to do. I think you were right with the idea to give it another go. I missed that one there. That cracked me up watching the bit we doing the Spice and Easy. It was ridiculous, wasn't it? Absolutely was. Seems got a few vids to catch up on. You probably have, Phil. Probably got a lot of videos to catch up on. Cool. Right, I'm all done, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate the numbers that have come in. I'm absolutely amazed that there's 13 people watching tonight. I'm just blown away that many people will come and watch me. Okay, some people might not think 13's big, but it's a big deal to me. My channel's coming up to a year old. It'll be a year old in a couple of weeks. I think it's something like the 14th of October. It'll be a year old. So I'm definitely going to go live on the year anniversary of that. But if there's anything else that you want to see live, or if you want to see more lives, then just ask. Stick something in the comments that you'd like to see more lives. If there's any topics you want covered, then give me some ideas and I'll do them. If the ideas are good, or even if they're not, if they're worth chatting about, I'll certainly do it. Oh, and see, now I've got more comments coming in. I can't go now. There's more comments coming in, can I? If you eat curries, you get a ring of fire. If you drink a chili beer, what happens? Well, that's an interesting comment, isn't it? I'll let you know. I'll see how tomorrow goes. Pete, lovely coming in. Thank you so much for coming in, Pete. I do massively appreciate it, mate. We will catch up soon. 24 Hours in Police Custody is calling me. Oh, the new series is back on, isn't it? The great program. Give that a watch. Cheers, David. Thanks very much for coming in. I look forward to more lives. I'm certainly going to do some more. Paul, thank you so much for watching. I'm actually blown away that you're in here watching. You're a legend of the beer world. So, yeah, blown away that you're in. And I'll certainly do some more. And we need to do something together. Mark Jones, take care, bud. Neil saying cheers. Mike saying cheers. Liam saying cheers. I'm all done. Thank you very much for watching Chris's beer reviews. I'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers. Bye now. Bing. Am I out?